Namaskar everyone. Namaste everyone.
Thank you to Ricky Kej for supporting a better, safer, more prosperous future.
Ricky Kej, our champion for nature.
I take this opportunity to say thank you to Ricky Kej. Ricky has been inspiring and is one of our champions.
My brother Ricky, I'm really proud of you as always.
Here was a man full of energy who was ready to work with these young people and happy to bring hope back to their lives.
And the Grammy goes to Winds of Samsara.
I'd like to thank the Recording Academy. Asatoma Satgamaya Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you.
And the Grammy goes to Stuart Copeland and Ricky Kej.
In India, we've got a saying called as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which literally means the world is one family. Live in peace with all entities on this planet, whether it is the animals, the wildlife, the forests.
Stuart Copeland, Divine Tides, and Ricky Kej.
Namaste and thank you.
Climate change is absolutely real. Climate change is human-induced, and our actions are affecting countries on the other side of the world.
Our first song is a dedication to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one common future for all of us, and this song is called One Song.
जागो पधारो मैं जोगण देवा जागो पधारो मैं जोगण देवा जागो जागो इंसानों के जागने का ये है समय देखना हो न जाए आने वाला जो कल होगा आज का ही वो फल होगा देना हमको दखल होगा कूचा कूचा पुकारे आओ मिलके जिसारे ना करो अनसुनारे Reach out, let us join hands and sing this world song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this one song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this world song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this one song. तू और मैं जो मिल जाएं तो ना रहेगा फिर हम और वो सब करें तो जाएगा हो अब भी हम अगर चाहें तो बदल देंगे तकदीरों को सब करें तो जाएगा हो दरिया दरिया पुकारे नदियाँ करती इशारे ना करो अनसुनारे Join hands and sing Reach out, let us join hands and sing this one song. And sing this earth song. One song, one song, one song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this earth song. One song, one song, one song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this earth song. One song, one song, one song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this earth song.
How are you guys doing? Make a little noise if you guys are having fun, huh? Great. We can't do this alone, so you heard the song we sang. Would you like to sing with us? You can, no one is gonna judge. Guys, come on. So, one song, one song, one song. Can we do that? 1, 2, 3, one song.
One song, one song.
See, I think sabko part, everyone's got the part. Now we need some energy in this. So let's do this one more time. Huh? 1, 2, 3, one song. Reach out, let us join hands and sing this earth song.
Reach us, let us join hands and sing this earth song.
You guys are lovely. One song, one song.
One song.
I think everyone's passed. Together, we'll do this. Give it up for yourself, guys. You guys are lovely.
IP Singh on vocals, everyone. Sudhir Yadavanshi on vocals. Ravi Chandra Kulur on flute. You can clap for them. Come on. Anjana Padmanabhan on vocals and Giridhar Udappa on percussion. Namaskar, everyone. Namaskar, everyone. Namaskar. Thank you so much. So we in India, the third superpower. You can clap for that. We believe that when we speak about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we are not just speaking about living in peace among all of us human beings. We're also speaking about living in absolute peace and absolute harmony with every single living being on this planet, with all life, that is the forest, the wildlife, and not just that, also living in coexistence with the elements of nature, that is the land we walk on, the air we breathe, and the water we drink. So our next song is dedicated to water. Our next song is dedicated to the great river Ganga. So the Ganga, as all of us know, is a symbol of spirituality, of love, of devotion, of life itself for all of us. In fact, very few people know that the river Ganga actually nourishes the lives of over 1/10 of the world's population. That is how amazing this river is. So through this song, follow her journey from where she takes birth in the Himalayas to where she completes her journey into the Bay of Bengal, nourishing hundreds of millions of lives along her way. Here is our next song. It's called Ganga.
Tatra Tripadhaga Divya Shitatoya Ashayvala
How many of us over here fell in love with the river Ganga all over again after that song? A raise of hands. Come on. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So there's a saying in India, I'm going to say the first half and you're going to shout out the second half. Is that okay with you? Jai Jawan?
Jai Kisan.
Come on, you can do better than that. Jai Jawan?
Jai Kisan.
So, praise to the soldier, praise to the farmer. This next song is a collaboration between us and the real working tribal farmers of India. These are amazing farmers who've got, they practice the purest form of agriculture. They've got all of this indigenous knowledge that has been passed down from generation to generation. But more importantly for us as musicians, they've got songs that have been passed down from generation to generation. Some of these songs are over 3,000 years old. So we've collaborated with them on one such song. And you're going to see these amazing farmers collaborate with us on the big screen behind me. Here is our collaboration with the singing tribal farmers of India. Here is Jai Kisan.
मिट्टी में वो अपने सपने और सींच प्यार से जीना वो जीना जो कुदरत के साथ में कितना हंसी ये मौका है तो रह जा रुको सही है जो वो करे पीछे अब न देखना रात थी यहाँ पर हो रहा है अब तो सवेरा हमने तो ये सीखा कुदरत को है पता हम सबको चाहिए क्या कितना हंसी ये मौका है तो रह जा रुको सही है जो वो करे हम खड़े हो जिंदगी के साथ सब एक साथ सब एक साथ यही है मौका यही है मौका
A big round of applause for the tribal farmers of India. Come on! There's a lot that the world can learn from all of our farmers. Now, it is said that you can take an Indian out of India, but it is almost impossible to take the Indianness out of a true Indian. So this next song of ours is a tribute to our beautiful country, India. This next song is a tribute to all the Indianness in all of us. This song is called Mere Desh, Mere Gaon.
आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं भूल जाए जो रास्ता थोड़ा वापस आना दौड़ा दौड़ा गलियां लेके बैठी हैं तेरी याद का जिसको तूने छोड़ा यादें भूल है सकता लेकिन खुशबू भूल न पाएगा घूम घुमा के बन के बादल लौट तू वापस आएगा चैन मिलेगा वहीं जहां तू रुक थोड़ा सा जाएगा हर आने से डर जाने को नहीं बना था तू आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं नदियों पहाड़ों से गलियों किनारों से तेरी पहले की पहचान है बादलों बहारों से रस की फुहारों से जाने काहे तू अनजान है हर दिन पग चल दूर है जाता जाने कहाँ तू जाएगा गोल है धरती और इस पर जो खोजेगा वो पाएगा सांस भरेगा लंबी तो तू चैन मुफ्त में पाएगा घर आने से डर जाने को नहीं बना था तू आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं आओ जी मेरे देश मेरे गांव मेरी धूप मेरी छांव से मिलाऊं
IP sing, everyone. Now, everyone, all of us, in fact, you and I am guilty of this, that we constantly talk about changing the world, but we very rarely talk about changing ourselves. And I do this all the time too. So it's not because we are bad people or whatever, but it's simply because we have not empowered ourselves to believe that the small, tiny, incremental changes that we can make within our own lives, within our own tiny capacities actually matter. Now, the Honorable Prime Minister of India launched the Mission Life. The Mission Life, basically what it is, it's just to empower all of us to believe that we can be the change that we want to see in the world. Now, Mission Life is a global movement, as all of us know, and it's a global movement that encourages all of us to do away with the use and throw economy that all of us are so used to right now, and instead replace it with a more circular economy and reusing everything, ensuring that we buy things that are absolutely necessary. We buy stuff with a lot of mindfulness, with a lot of thought, with a lot of deliberation. Like, for example, this jacket that I'm wearing right now, I actually got it made for the Grammy Awards ceremony in February this year when I won my 3rd Grammy Award. And since February, this is the 21st concert that I've actually worn this jacket for. So if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see every second picture has got this particular jacket on there. But nevertheless, this next song of ours is dedicated to the Prime Minister's Mission Life. And the song tells us that first we have to change ourselves, and then we can change the world. And with 1.4 billion people in India, I guess we have the power to ensure that this world is a better place for everyone and everything, not just for us, but for everyone and everything all over the world. Here is our next song. It's called Rang Do.
रंग दो इस जहां को एक नए रंग में, जियो जिंदगी को नई उमंग में। महकी ये हवा सुरमई सांझ की लाली, इस नई राह पर चलेगी दुनिया ये सारी। रंग दो इस जहां को एक नए रंग में, जियो जिंदगी को नई उमंग में। रंग दो इस जहां को एक नए रंग में, जियो जिंदगी को नई उमंग में। रंग दो सब दिलों को एक नए रंग में, वक्त के साथ चलो नई तरंग में। बदलेंगे हम तभी बदलेगी ये दुनिया सारी। ख्वाब देखे थे जो पूरे होंगे अब सभी। रंग दो इस जहां को एक नए रंग में, जियो जिंदगी को नई उमंग में।
Thank you so much. Now, today's India is a beautiful mix of the old and the new, the traditional, the modern. So what we decided to do is that we decided to take an old, ancient folk tune and present it in our own very respectful and modern version. I guess you're going to love this one. I hope you love this one. This is our own respectful and modern version of. Sudhir, what's the name of the song? Kya naam hai gaane ka?
गाने का नाम है दमादम मस्त कलंदर। सो इस गाने के लिए जस्ट मैं यही कहना चाहता हूं कि आई गेस जितने भी लोग यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं सबको ज्यादातर हुक लाइन्स इस गाने की आती हैं। तो आप सभी तैयार हैं मेरे साथ गाने के लिए? 4-5 लोग तैयार हैं। मैं फिर से सेम सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा, सभी तैयार हैं मेरे साथ गाने के लिए? तो शुरू करते हैं। थैंक यू। शाबाश कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर ओ लाल मेरी पत रखियो भला झूले लालन जिंदड़ी दा ये बनता सगी शाबाश कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर हो दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर हो लाल मेरी हाय लाल मेरी झनन तेरी नौबत बाजे झनन झनन तेरी नौबत बाजे नाल बजे घड़ी याद बजा झूले लालन मौला नाल बजे घड़ी याद बजा झूले लालन जिंदड़ी दा सेवन दा सकी शाबाश कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर अली दम दम दे लाल कलंदर हो लाल मेरी पत रखियो भला झूले लालन दुनी दा ये बनता सगी शाबाश कलंदर कभी जाके सकी
Everyone!
दम लाल लाल 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 दम लाल लाल दम लाल लाल दम लाल लाल दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर दमादम 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 मस्त कलंदर 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 दमादम दमादम मस्त कलंदर पहला नंबर अली दम दम दे अंदर कलंदर लाल कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर
Sudhir Yaduvanshi on vocals.
All right. Just sing with me, guys. Whoa. See, I know you guys are doing really important stuff, and that's serious stuff. But this, like, next 5-10 minutes, you can just relax and unwind and say, whoa. Whoa. I think we're almost like 85% there, huh? So, one more time. Whoa. Whoa. Beautiful. This was part one of the exercise. You know the song. Now, everyone has this device called a mobile phone, which has this feature called a torch. I really hope your phone has a torch, otherwise we need to do something about it. So if your phone has a torch, please show it to us, because this concert is about you, and we want you guys to shine your light on us, because this song is called Shine Your Light. Come on, guys, more people can do it. Come on.
Everybody.
हम सब साथ यहाँ हैं, हम सब साथ यहाँ हैं, फर्क कहाँ है, कोई फर्क कहाँ है। चलो हाथ बढ़ाएं, चलो सबको दिखाएं, चलो हाथ बढ़ाएं, चलो सबको दिखाएं, कोई भी यहाँ अकेला ना है। It's time, let's do this, it's our time, let's do this, it's time to shine your light. Let's do this, it's time to shine your light. Whoa, 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 whoa. It is time to shine your light. Take it away. मैं जो साथ निभाऊं, तू जो साथ निभाए, तो बात बन जाए, तो ये रात ढल जाए।
मैं जो साथ निभाऊं, तू जो साथ निभाए, तो बात बन जाए, तो ये रात ढल जाए।
चलो हाथ बढ़ाएं, चलो सबको दिखाएं,
चलो हाथ बढ़ाए, चलो सबको दिखाए,
कोई भी यहाँ अकेला ना है। It's time, let's do this, it's our time, let's do this, it's time to shine your light. Let's do this, it's time to shine your light. Whoa, sing with us. Whoa,
Everybody.
It's time, let's do this, it's our time, let's do this, it's time to shine your light. Let's do this, it's time, let's do this, it's our time, let's do this, it's time to shine your light. It's time to shine your light. Shine your light.
Ravi Chandra Kulur on flute, everyone. A big round of applause. Sudhir Yadavanshi on vocals. IP Singh on vocals. Anjana Padmanabhan on vocals. Giridhar Udupa on percussion and vocals. Now we've come to
And
the
Ricky Kej, guys, give it up for Ricky. He's done us so proud, so proud.
Okay, so we've come to the end of our concert, and I wanted to say that all of us are really proud to be Indians simply because we've lived in coexistence with our forests and wildlife for the longest period of time. In fact, we pray to our forests, we pray to our wildlife, we revere our forests, we revere our wildlife. And, you know, and as Indians, we believe that we are much more than just human beings. In fact, we human beings have been on this planet for just about 3 lakh years, but our forests and wildlife have been here for over 3,000 lakh years. Where is 3 lakh years? Where is 3,000 lakh years? So our sustainability, our beauty is defined by our forests and wildlife, and without working ecosystems, without beautiful functioning ecosystems, without preserving our forests and wildlife, we as human beings will cease to exist. So what we did was that we created an instrumental version of our national anthem. And we decided to dedicate this instrumental version of our national anthem to the forests and wildlife and the true inhabitants of India. So if you would please indulge me, if you are able to stand up, then let us all rise in respect for the forests and wildlife of India. Let us stand in respect for the true inhabitants of India. Let us all stand in respect for the Indian national anthem. I wanted to make music from the heart, and I wanted to make music about topics that I feel very strongly about. I feel very strongly about the environment, about social impact around those areas, and that's the only kind of music that I make. So it just felt good to be rewarded at that time, and then of course it became 3 Grammy Awards, and it just feels good because every award is a platform for getting more people to take you seriously, especially when my music has got a message, and for getting my music spread further and wider.
Well, absolutely. It's been a phenomenal achievement. A round of applause for Ricky Kej and his team, please.
Thank you.
And may I also request, please go ahead. May I request the MD and CEO of Times Network, Mr. M.K. Anand, to please come forward and felicitate our guest.
And I want to also mention that I said all about those struggles that I was not part of the mainstream music. The Times Group has been extremely supportive of my career, so a big round of applause for them, I think.
Round of applause.
Yeah, and can we please get a mic for MK?
I think, when we talked about putting this here in this on the day one post-lunch, besides raising the energy levels, which is very important after lunch for a performance of this nature, we also need to underscore a very important point when we are talking about a rising nation, which is sort of wanting to find its place at the high table, as we spoke in the morning, whether that's an economic power, a military power, or a global leader, a superpower, whatever we want to say. The most important, requirement and an important element of that is to become what is called as a projecting soft power or the power of our culture. Now, if you look at it, we already have 15% of the world's population, and that means culture consumption of products of this nature. 15% of the world market is already with you. But, you will really be able to make an impact only if you're able to make at least a 20% impact in the rest of the world, which is at least 1 out of the remaining 5 people should be consuming our content as outsiders, understanding, appreciating our content. And I think that is a place where a performer like him and his band, which is able to, break through. He said it's not part of the mainstream. I think the new mainstream will include us, and we are part of the mainstream. I don't think we should look at that as mainstream and us as only trying to break a glass ceiling here. I think the most important point here is that along with this, we are also taking, a piece of India, a part of us, and only when people know us, when people appreciate us, know us first, will they start liking us, and will they be okay to deal with us as a nation or as companies or as professionals. It's very, very important that the Indian face, the Indian voice, the Indian visuals become more and more familiar with the world at large. And we have a lot of things to, share with the world. And I think that's a great work that you guys are doing. I have one small, input for you. I don't know whether you use visuals like this all the time when you do all the time. One request is that when you're using these visuals, it might be good if you could put the place, like for instance, Bhopal, India, Jaipur, India, or Gangtok, India. I think that is important for somebody because I can understand this is from Kerala, this is from Madhya Pradesh. An outsider may not be able to, and you need to sort of, put those visuals out there. Because first of all, we were all part of some other world because of those visuals out there. Your music was fantastic, but we were transported to different parts of India, but I was not able to sort of figure out where specifically did you shoot it. It might be a little work for you to go back into your archives and actually, meta tag them and then get that out, but I think it will make a huge difference. And the other thing is I also saw some skyscrapers which I'm on, and that bungee jumping shot, are they also from India or they're outside?
Most of them are from India.
So I think you should also make it a point to only do Indian, visuals and put these names. This is my suggestion.
Sure. But the way that we've actually curated these visuals is that, especially because most of my concerts happen outside of India, so to showcase India as a whole rather than showcasing it as the sum of its parts, So when somebody looks at these visuals, they look at it as these visuals are from India rather than the sum of its parts.
That's true. That's true. All I'm trying to say is because the visuals are so different. One, you have lions, you have rhinos, you have desert. The point is, there could be people who may be thinking that these are lions from Africa, or this is a desert from the Kalahari, etc. So if you put it out there, you're sort of driving home the point is all India. You can make India large and just put, whatever place here, and India large.
No, I think that is very, very good feedback. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Request you, sir, to felicitate the other members of the team as well. Thank you.
So that's just, Sudhir Yaduvanshi, then Anjana Padmanabhan. Few people know that she was the first winner of the Indian Idol Junior ever. Sudhir Yaduvanshi, brilliant singer. IP Singh. Ravichandra Kulur on flute. And Giridhar Udupa on percussion, vocals, ghatam. And I just wanted to say that I only work with musicians who are better than me. That's the only way that I look good. So here they are. Thank you so much.
I'd just like to ask you one question. I see so much emphasis on climate and sustainability in
Sure.
your music. What's the thought behind that?
So I guess ever since I remember, I've always been two things. I've been a musician and an environmentalist even before I knew what the meaning of the word was. And music actually comes from nature. Music started off as sounds from, nature, sounds of the birds, sounds of the animals, sounds of the streams. And it's only for the last few 100 years that music has actually become academic with notes and scales. So I wanted my music to return back to its roots and be all about nature because that's where music comes from.
MK, would you like to say a few words as to how close climate is to the ethos of Times Network?
Yeah, I think he's already working with Mr. Samir Jain's Times Evoke on that subject. In fact, Times Network also, we are sort of on the verge of launching something very big on climate as a active content, ingredient, because that's another area that we need to think about, because India is going to be right in the center of the maximum impact at a population level of global warming, if you look at, which is the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer, that entire band within which the heat is going to be unbearable in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years. Large parts of that are actually ocean, which is the Pacific and the Atlantic and even the Sahara. So when you look at the population dispersion within this band, you will be quite surprised that almost 3.75 billion people, of which 2 billion people are in South Asia, which means half the impact